What up, YouTube? I'm back for Difficult Conversations Part 2. Um, since the last video I posted last week, got the most views I've gotten from any video, which is awesome. It seems like this Khiara Bridges, Josh Hawley back and forth like really struck a nerve with a lot of people. I got a couple of commenters coming at me, which is awesome. I was at a DEI conference last week and somebody said, if you don't have haters, you ain't doing enough. So shout out to my new haters. Love y'all. But it's funny what I got from the interactions in my comments you can see from the last video is one, folks don't believe men can have babies, which cool, you know what I mean? Understand. But really, I think I messed up because the entire point of the video was that this is a super nuanced, complex, difficult conversation to have. And the whole like gotcha mentality that our public discourse has gotten to, like, it just sucks. Like, we don't actually talk through anything or get anywhere of substance or of progress. We just like to call each other names and feel like we're better or no better than others and keep it moving, right? And to an extent, that's what Khiara Bridges did, right? When she called his line of questioning transphobic and opening people up to violence, Hawley got defensive. The conversation stopped immediately at that moment. I felt victim to that sensationalism because he was trying to catch her in a gotcha moment, right? Like the line of questioning was loaded itself, right? So that's why I posted the video on my Instagram, why I made a video around it here and posted it up to YouTube. But in the conversation I had with my friend on Instagram chat, it seemed like, she's a super smart person I've known for a long time. I want to understand why she was pushing back on the video and felt like it was problematic. And part of it was that name calling, that shutting down the conversation by accusing something, offensive, right? Which being called transphobic is. But the way that I think about it is the question isn't, can men have babies, right? The question is, can people other than women, people who identify as women, who identify as non-binary, can they have babies as well? Does the abortion ban affect them, right? That's a deeper conversation, right? Trans people, right? Do we believe in trans folks, right? Do we protect them and their rights? It's uncomfortable. It's super uncomfortable. Like I don't know if I'm comfortable with the idea that men can have babies, but I know trans men can. I know that exists, right? I know that's a thing. So like, is protecting the word man more important than protecting the safety of trans men, of actual people, human beings, fellow citizens, our neighbors? Like, that's the conversation that's more important than can men have babies, right? But in our public discourse, we can never even get to that point because we immediately, oh, you think men can have babies? You're crazy. Oh my God, the radical left, all this stuff, right? Yo, cool. It's fine to be uncomfortable with trans people, right? But let's have a conversation about it. Don't just shut them down and pretend they don't exist. You know what I mean? Like that's my point of my last video. So I responded to the haters in my comments. Got one response back, basically calling me beta, right? Which, okay, let's talk about the Greek alphabet. Let's talk about this alpha beta conversation or delineations that a lot of people are clinging to these days. Let's go into that. Let's have that deep, complex, nuanced conversation. I'm here for that, right? But I'm here for it across the board because all of us exist and all of us deserve respect. And I think we owe each other and the promise of this country the respect, the time, the space to actually have those difficult conversations. That's my whole point. I come at this with love. If you're on the right, if you're on the left, if you believe men can have babies or not, or what counts as a man or a woman, cool. Where you're at is perfectly fine. I love and respect you for that. But let's have the deep conversation. Let's get to the next level, right? Let's get to the next place where like we understand each other, we respect each other, we value the sanctity of life for everybody, right? Let's have those conversations. I'll stop there. Hoping to get some more comments on this. Let's keep the conversation going. But yeah, it's peace and love and tough, deep conversations. I hate gotcha moments. I'm sorry that I felt victim to the Khiara Bridges gotcha moment. But let's talk about the deeper things here that matter way more. Love y'all.